Hello everyone. Welcome back to Easy Computer Learning. In our last video, we learned about Control Panel. Today, we are going to learn about one of the most useful and powerful tools in Windows, Task Manager. What is Task Manager? How do you open it? And how do you use it to fix problems on your computer? Let's learn everything in a very simple and easy way. What is Task Manager? Task Manager is a built-in tool in Windows that shows you everything that is currently running on your computer. It shows you all the apps and programs that are open, how much CPU and RAM they are using, and how your computer is performing at that moment. Simple example. Think of Task Manager like the dashboard of a car. Just like a car dashboard shows you speed, fuel level, and engine temperature, Task Manager shows you how hard your CPU is working, how much RAM is being used, and which programs are running on your computer right now. How to open Task Manager. There are several easy ways to open Task Manager in Windows. The fastest way is to press Ctrl-Shift and a seek together on your keyboard. Task Manager will open instantly. The second way is to press Ctrl-Alt and Delete together. A blue screen will appear with several options. Click on Task Manager from that screen. The third way is to right-click on the taskbar at the bottom of your screen and then click on Task Manager from the menu. The fourth way is to click on the Start button and type Task Manager in the search bar and then click on it. Simple example, the fastest and easiest way is always Ctrl-Shift to seek. Remember this shortcut, and you can open Task Manager in 1 second, anytime. Tabs in Task Manager. When Task Manager opens, you will see several tabs at the top. Each tab shows different information. Let's go through the most important ones. Tab 1, Processes. The Processes tab is the first and most important tab in Task Manager. It shows you a list of all apps, programs, and background processes that are currently running on your computer. For each process, you can see the name of the app or program. You can also see how much CPU percentage it is using. You can see how much RAM it is using in MB. You can also see how much disk and network it is using. If you see any app using too much CPU or RAM and making your computer slow, you can close it from here. Simply click on the app to select it and then click the End Task button at the bottom right corner. This will force close that app immediately. Simple example, Processes tab is like a list of all workers in a factory. You can see who is working, how hard they are working, and if someone is causing problems, you can ask them to stop. How to fix a frozen app using Task Manager. This is one of the most common uses of Task Manager. Sometimes an app stops responding and becomes frozen. You cannot close it normally by clicking the X button. In this situation, open Task Manager by pressing Ctrl-Shift-Escape. Go to the Processes tab. Find the frozen app in the list. It will usually show not responding next to its name in brackets. Click on it to select it. Then click End Task at the bottom right. The frozen app will close immediately. Simple example, ending a frozen task in Task Manager is like force restarting a frozen phone. When nothing else works, this always does the job. Tab 2, Performance. The Performance tab shows you real-time graphs of how your computer hardware is performing right now. CPU graph. The CPU graph shows you how much of your CPU is being used at this moment. If it is consistently at 90 or 100%, that means your CPU is overloaded and your computer will feel slow. Normal CPU usage during regular tasks should be between 10 and 40%. Memory graph. The memory graph shows you how much RAM is being used. It also shows your total RAM, the speed of your RAM, and how many RAM slots are used and available. This is very useful for checking if you need to upgrade your RAM. Disk graph. The disk graph shows you how much your hard disk or SSD is being used. If your disk usage is always at 100%, that is why your computer feels very slow. This is a common problem with older computers that have hard disk instead of SSD. Network graph. The network graph shows you your current internet usage, how much data is being downloaded and uploaded at this moment. GPU graph. The GPU graph shows you how much your graphics card is being used. When you play games or edit videos, the GPU usage will be very high. During normal tasks, it will be low. Simple example, Performance tab is like a health monitor for your computer. It shows you in real time how healthy and how hardworking each part of your computer is. Tab 3, App History. The App History tab shows you how much CPU and network resources each app has used over time. This is useful for finding out which apps are consuming the most resources in the background without you knowing. Tab 4. Startup. The Startup tab is one of the most useful tabs for making your computer start faster. It shows you a list of all programs that automatically start when you turn on your computer. Many programs add themselves to start up without asking you. This makes your computer start very slowly because it has to load all these programs when Windows starts. You can disable unnecessary startup programs from here. Simply right-click on any program in the list and click Disable. This will stop it from starting automatically with Windows. Your computer will start much faster. Important: only disable programs you recognize and do not need at startup. Do not disable antivirus or important system programs. Simple example. Startup tab is like controlling who comes to your office first thing in the morning. If too many people arrive at once, everything gets crowded and slow. Limiting who comes early makes everything run smoothly. Tab 5. Users. The Users tab shows you all the user accounts that are currently logged in to this computer. If multiple users are logged in at the same time, you can see what resources each user is using. You can also disconnect or sign out other users from here if you have administrator access. Tab 6. Details. The Details tab shows a more technical and detailed list of all running processes with their process ID number, status, CPU, and memory usage. This tab is more useful for advanced users and IT professionals who need detailed information about specific processes. Tab 7. Services. The Services tab shows all Windows services that are running in the background. Services are special programs that run quietly in the background to support Windows and other software. You can start or stop services from here, but this should only be done by advanced users, as stopping wrong services can cause problems. Common problems you can fix with Task Manager. Task Manager is very useful for solving common computer problems. If your computer is very slow, open Task Manager and check the Processes tab. Look for any program using very high CPU or RAM. End that task and your computer will immediately feel faster. If your computer takes too long to start, open Task Manager and go to the Startup tab. Disable all unnecessary startup programs. Your next startup will be much faster. If an app is frozen and not responding, open Task Manager, find that app in Processes tab, and click End Task. The frozen app will close immediately. If your internet is very slow, open Task Manager and check the Network column in the Processes tab. You will see which app is using the most internet bandwidth. If an app is downloading something in the background, you can end it to free up your internet speed. Important keyboard shortcuts. Control-Shift-Escape opens Task Manager instantly. Control-Alt-Delete opens the security screen where you can access Task Manager. These are the two most important shortcuts to remember. So now you know everything about Task Manager, what it is, how to open it, and how to use all its important tabs to monitor and fix your computer. Task Manager is one of the most powerful tools in Windows, and every computer user should know how to use it. In our next video, we will learn about how to fix a slow computer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. See you in the next video.